Hey everybody, and welcome back to the JRPG Report. My name is Dalton Suter, and this is episode 225. I would like to thank you all for tuning in and listening. And we don't have a ton of news this week, but we do have some. So I am here to bring it to each and every wonderful one of you. Let's go ahead and get started. Ys 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, or Dana, however you pronounce that, for PS5 launches November 15th in North America and November 18th in Europe. And also November 25th in Oceania. Oceania. I'm so bad at English. Publisher NIS America has announced pre-orders for the limited edition are still available via the NIS America online store for $99.99. Here's an overview of the game. If you haven't heard of Ys 8, even though I've gushed about it, we had a Sunday special on the soundtrack, but if you still need selling, here is a little overview for you. Embark on an exciting Ys adventure. When Adol awakens, shipwrecked and stranded on a cursed island, he and other shipwrecked passengers form a village to survive and seek a way off the isle. Amidst this, Adol begins to dream of a mysterious blue-haired maiden. Quick key features of the game: you can quickly switch between your party members during high-octane combat to utilize their unique abilities and fend off the fearsome beasts of the Siren. 2 souls, 2 sides of a coin. Your actions as the mysterious Dana may also impact Adol's world. Tons of side quests scattered throughout the isle keep you engaged for hours, including fishing, trials, and more. And based on the original PS4 release, this iteration of Ys 8 will include all previously released cosmetic downloadable content from the PS4 and PS Vita versions. So definitely keep your eyes peeled for that. Up next, we have the first expansion for Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin is coming on July 20th, 2022, and it's time for Jack to take on the Warrior of Light. Square Enix and Team Ninja revealed a detailed Stranger of Paradise expansion trailer on July 15th, titled Trials of the Dragon King. The expansion will add a new series of jobs, a new weapon type, and new sets of encounters to use them in. And there is a trailer if you're interested in this. I did retweet this over on the JRPG Report Twitter. Trials of the Dragon King is the first of 3 planned Stranger of Paradise expansions. The 2 others are titled Wanderer of the Rift and Different Future, though they don't have a release window or details as of yet. One wrinkle is that Square Enix isn't selling expansions separately. Thusly, those interested will need to pick up the Season Pass, which will unlock all 3 missions as they release. The Trials of the Dragon King trailer shows a matchup against the Warrior of Light. Here, the warrior is dressed in a suit of armor close to that of his appearance in Dissidia Final Fantasy. That design was in turn inspired by Yoshitaka Amano's original Final Fantasy concept art. The trailer also shows matches against Bahamut as Jack and the party pursue their deal. The Stranger of Paradise expansion will also add staves to the playable weapons list. They're striking weapons with a wide attack sweep. The new Pilgrim job uses skills to keep enemies at range, and an Assault Hook job action that bring players to the enemy position or draw them in for a combo. The Evoker can call forth spirits that attack independently or perform special functions, and the Summoner can summon and take control of Bahamut for attacks. Stranger of Paradise Final Fantasy Origin is available for PS4, PS5, Xbox One, Xbox Series X and S, and PC. Trials of the Dragon King expansion launches July 20th, 2022. So as of recording, that came out today. So if you're interested in that, definitely go check that out if you want to go beat up on the Warrior of Light. On July 26th, Atlus will host the Atlus Survey 2022 Results Special broadcast at 20 JST. Oh, man, I'm really bad with timing. When is that East? Well, I guess it's going to be in Japanese, so I will have more information about this when it does come out. You will be able to watch it on their official YouTube channel. The broadcast will serve as the company's first live stream presenting the results of its annual consumer survey and promises to be a show that Atlus fans will not want to miss. There will not be any new title announcements, though. Presenters include Chiaki Matsuzawa, Ameko Shimizu, and Nobuo of the comic duo Penguins. So keep your eyes and ears peeled out for that as well. Moving on, publisher Prime Matter and Shanghai-based developer Arawiz have announced turn-based mystery RPG Mato Anomalous for the PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC on Steam. It will launch Q1 of 2023 worldwide for $39.99. It will feature English and Japanese voiceovers, as well as English, French, Italian, German, Spanish, and Japanese subtitle options. Playtime is said to be over 40 hours. We are excited to share the game that we've been building for over the past 2 years, said Arawiz CEO Horace Zhang in a press release. Our creative team imagined the deep storyline and world in Mato Anomalies brought to life by our passionate designers. Over 50 talented individuals, not including external partners, were involved in this project. We are emboldened by our partner in Prime Matter who believes in our studio and global vision. And here is an overview of the game for you. Mato Anomalies is a turn-based RPG that takes players on a journey across Mato, a fantasized, neo-futuristic version of old Shanghai. Take control of the dual protagonists Do and Graham to investigate strange anomalies around the city or venture into rifts to battle demonic abominations determined to bring about the city's downfall. Team up with unlikely companions and unravel the dark secrets in the story of duty, hope, and justice. A little bit about the story. Mato isn't a normal city, but it pretends to be. Who could have imagined the evil hiding beneath the surface? Such difficult situations brings together unlikely people, just like our protagonists, young private detective Do and the mysterious exorcist, Graham. Utilizing their respective skills, they head out to unravel the mystery of Mato and defeat the evil force trying to bring about its downfall. Will justice prevail, or will our heroes fall victim to corruption? And some key features for the game. Find clues throughout Mato by talking to NPCs, taking on missions, and visiting shops to pinpoint rifts, which are portals to the demonic creatures attacking the city. Enter at your peril and defeat them in battle and collect abundant rewards. Traverse across Mato. I don't know if it's Mato. I'm going to call it Mato. A neo-futuristic version of old Shanghai. Beneath its surface lies another world. Discover these rifts which act as portals into a place beyond space and time filled with their powerful enemies. Insidious factions are somehow involved in the dark fate befalling Mato. Can our heroes find out what's going on, or will they themselves fall victim to despair and corruption? The enemy of your enemy is your friend. Difficult circumstances make for unlikely friendships. Find new allies during your investigations and gain their trust through conversation and shared experiences. And Mato Anomalies provides a unique and challenging battle experience highlighted by shared health across all team members, gear matrix, and dual talent system. A unique combat strategy will be needed if you want to succeed. That sounds strange. A shared health across all team members. That's interesting. I'm going to have to keep an eye out for this. If you would like to see these trailers, please go to the JRPG Report Twitter. And I retweeted it. You could check this out. There is an English trailer and a Japanese trailer. So up next. Full disclosure. The next game I'm talking about, I know it's from China. It's a Chinese game. It's not a Japanese game. But, it's good. It's good. It's from that side of the world. I'm going to tell you about it anyway because I think that everyone should check this series out. I do believe it's a bit underrated, at least over here in the States. Publisher East Asia Soft has released a new trailer for the PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 versions of action RPG Sword and Fairy Together Forever, introducing the game's heroes and villains. Sword and Fairy Together Forever weaves a tale with memorable characters who have their own unique motivations and personalities. Between the clans of humans, deities, and demons on the brink of war, heroism and villainy are often a matter of perspective rather than black and white morality. Not every hero is selfless, and not every villain is pure evil. It's up to young deity Jiaowu, human swordsman Yu Qingxi, and their newfound allies to fight for what they believe and find a way to prevent open war between the realms, to protect peace and shape the world's future for the greater good, despite their differences. With its beginnings in 1995, the Sword and Fairy RPG series has captured the hearts and imagination of Chinese-speaking players for decades. Now, in 2022, Sword and Fairy Together Forever advances mechanics and graphics presentation into the next generation. Powered by Unreal Engine 4, Sword and Fairy Together Forever features intense real-time combat and vast detailed environments to explore, complemented by depth and engaging storytelling that have defined the franchise since its inception. This is a standalone RPG epic that can be enjoyed equally by longtime fans or newcomers without prior knowledge of the series, one that East Asia Soft's Limited is exceptionally proud to bring to a new audience worldwide. Sword and Fairy Together Forever is due out for PlayStation 5 and PlayStation 4 on August 4th. The PC version, simply titled Sword and Fairy 7, first launched on Steam October 21st, 2021. Rolling on through, publisher Square Enix and developer Tri-Ace have released a new pair of character trailers for Star Ocean The Divine Force, including dual protagonist Raymond Lawrence and Leticia Osirius. Oh, she got a hard name to say. Here is the Square Enix description of each character. Raymond Lawrence is one of two main protagonists for you to choose from in Star Ocean: The Divine Force. From a non-federated planet of Vergold and captain of the merchant vessel Eidos, he's often found rushing recklessly into situations when it comes to his friends and work. And Leticia Alcerius is one of two main protagonists for you to choose from as well. She is the princess of the kingdom of Alcerius with a radiant and resolute personality and remarkable skills with dual blades. If you would like to check these trailers out, I did retweet this. The more they talk about Star Ocean, the more I'm hyped. Oh man, I just signed up for the PlayStation Plus Essentials because me and my dad both play a lot of games, and I do a lot of PC gaming, and he plays on the PlayStation. So I let him, have the PlayStation Plus over there with those guys, and then here, I just play the PlayStation Plus stuff on my PC now. And one of the games that was on there was Star Ocean First Departure R, and I'm like, yes. I have that on Switch, but to be able to play that on my PC, I'm all for it, man. But Star Ocean: The Divine Force is due out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam on October 27th worldwide. Publisher Compile Heart and developer Sting. Now, are we talking like wrestler Sting? Are we talking musician Sting? Or are we talking, is there a third Sting? Are we going to need a triple threat match? Enough wrestling jokes. They have released the opening movie for strategy RPG Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord. The opening movie features the theme song Inori no Niro, which is sung by Yui Ishikawa and written by Katsuo Kawazumi, composed by Yo Oyama, and arranged by Kazune Ogihara. Fairy Fencer F Refrain Chord is due out for PlayStation 5, PlayStation 4, and Switch on September 15th in Japan. And I'm really hoping that this gets ported over here. But if you are interested in listening to this pretty song that they have done, I did retweet this as well. You can check that out on the Twitter as usual. Now here's something that I thought was interesting. My Pokemon nerds are out there, like me. Listen up. The Pokemon Company is looking for an archivist, or archivist, however you want to say that, to create an internal, the Pokemon Company International Company Archive and Museum. As the archivist, your job would be to develop a company archive to catalog all pieces of lore, both in-game and out. This will include all 9 if you include Scarlet and Violet generations of games, and span about 1,000 species of Pokemon. The Pokemon archivist will need to create both physical and digital archives. They will also need to provide a descriptive metadata schema so that others can search through them. This data bank will encompass the games, the anime, movies, and trading card game. Since this is a quote-unquote museum, the archivist will need to acquire quote-unquote artifacts, such as cards. You will likely not need to include all of the Pokemon-related goods or jewelry that other companies have released. Lastly, you will have to create a security protocol. The annual pay for this position will be between $77,000 and $118,000. While it is not a requirement, the job listing does state the Pokemon Company would prefer someone with a bachelor's degree in library science, archives management, information management, or another similar field. You will need 3 to 4 years of related professional experience, however. Those who are interested can apply for this position of Pokemon Archivist, and then they give a link. So I did retweet this as well. If you think you can be the very best like no one ever was and put together a archive for the Pokemon Company, then by all means, get this job and then let me know, because I would have so many questions. I would want to see things behind the scene, not things that I'm not supposed to see, but when you're, oh, look at this new thing I curated. Oh, I would be so into that. I wish I had the experience, because I would totally apply for this. So a couple stories back, we brought up Star Ocean, and I meant to talk about this when I was talking about the other Star Ocean game. So apologies. I said I'm going to be checking out Star Ocean First Departure R. Well, Star Ocean, that game is a remake of the first Star Ocean. First released for the Super Famicom on July 19th, 1996. Meaning that as of the 19th, Star Ocean is 26 years old. The first entry was Japan only, but was later remade and finally got a Western release as Star Ocean First Departure on the PSP, which got remade into First Departure R for Switch and PS4. Now, I will say, if you want to check out the first Star Ocean for the Super Nintendo, for the Super Famicom, there is fan translations out there of it, and I recommend it. It's a good time. It's really interesting to see I believe that was one of the largest carts for the Super Nintendo. That and like Tales, the first Tales game. So yeah, if you're interested in that, check it out. I love Star Ocean. I know James loves Star Ocean. Me and him have had many a conversation about it. So I would just like, the more people who play this series and more love comes to it, it always warms my heart to see, because I feel like it gets drowned out by some of the other ones, you know, like the Tales of, the Trails, maybe not so much. Well, now Trails, I think Trails was like, when it was Sky, it was along the lines of being in the Star Ocean realm of overlooked, but now it's getting the recognition it deserves. I hope Star Ocean can get some too, eventually. But enough of my Star Ocean ramblings. But speaking of a series that outshines a lot of its other, family members, Final Fantasy X series has topped 20.8 million total world shipments and digital sales for Final Fantasy X, which includes 10 and 10-2, have surpassed 20 million units as of September 2021. Square Enix released that. That's just wild to me. And why they would release that information in July of 2022, I'm not sure, but like, that's 20 million. That's a lot. And Final Fantasy X is fantastic, like absolutely fantastic. So I cannot say that I'm surprised. I honestly thought it'd be a little more than that, but still 20.8 million. Like, my goodness, that's a lot of dollary dues, seeing as that game has been, $60, and I think the remake stuff now, the HD remaster is like $40, and yeah, that's a lot of money. Oh boy. So a Japanese PlayStation Store page for Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness, the PSP remake of the original Disgaea Hour of Darkness, has appeared. The game is listed as a PSP emulation title, meaning that it will appear as part of the Classics catalog for PlayStation Plus premium subscribers. A June 30th release date is listed, but given that it is July 19th and the game is not yet available, that release date is definitely incorrect. Here's an overview of the game via Western publisher NIS America. Disgaea is now on the go. Enjoy your favorite miscreants on your ride to school, work, home, or wherever. Challenge your friends through the exclusive multiplayer mode and prove beyond a shadow of a doubt who deserves to be the rule of Netherworld. Disgaea Afternoon of Darkness tells the story of Prince Laharl and his outlandish group of misfits as he battles for the ultimate role over the Netherworld. So yeah, fans of the first Disgaea, it's going to be hopefully coming over here as well to the PlayStation Plus. Usually when those types of games pop up over there, they pop up over here too, so let's just keep our fingers crossed. Moving on, NIS America has released a new gameplay trailer for The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero, showcasing the unique battle mechanics of your in-game party. The Legend of Heroes Trails from Zero is due out for PlayStation 4, Switch, PC via Steam, Epic Game Store, and GOG on September 27th in North America and September 30th in Europe. So if you would like to see this trailer, head over to our Twitter page and check it out. I still need to get through Sky 2 and 3, but they are high up on my to play list. And I definitely am looking forward to these games, even though I got the Japanese versions and then used the fan translations, so I technically have those already. But I would like to, any money that I can give to help more of these games come over here, I'm more than happy to do. In some sad news, Nintendo has confirmed the global closure date of the 3DS and the Wii U eShops. In mid-February 2022, the company announced that it would close the legacy platform eShops in late March 2023, and a new update to the announcement page reveals the stores will close in the West on March 27th, 2023, and in Japan on March 28th, 2023. In the West, Nintendo will no longer let users add funds after August 29th, 2022 and purchase anything after March 27th, 2023. Nintendo's Japanese website provided a more exact time for the shop closures in the country. Adding funds will no longer be possible in Japan on August 30th, 2022 at 1:30 p.m. JST, and 3DS and the Wii U eShops will close in Japan on March 28th, 2023 at 9 a.m. JST, which will equal to about midnight in UTC. The Japanese and UK websites have also released a special mention for Fire Emblem Fates, the 3DS game where players can purchase additional routes via DLC. Players of the game can download the story routes until the eShop closure date in the respective regions. However, Nintendo UK will cease selling the main digital copy of Fire Emblem Fates 1 month earlier on February 28th, 2023. After the 3DS and Wii U eShop closures, users will still be able to download digital content that they have purchased previously for the foreseeable future. The Japanese page added that Nintendo will eventually cease to download services as well. So that's sad. I mean, I knew it was coming eventually, but that's sad. So, I don't know. Maybe it's time to jailbreak those 3DSs. Haha. Nah, I don't condone that. I'm just kidding. And up next we have, for the Trails fans out there, Kotobukiya will produce and release a new figure modeled after Rena Bright from the Nihon Falcom Legend of Heroes series. The company has yet to show a prototype of the character who debuted in Trails in the Sky SC. However, it used Rena's image from Trails into Reverie, when it made its announcement. Rena Bright will be the 5th character from Nihon Falcom's Trails series to have a figure made by Kotobukiya. The company has previously released figures of Altina Orion and Rian Schwarzer. Pardon me if I've messed these names up. I haven't played these games yet. From the Trails of Cold Steel series, and in February 2022, it announced new figures based on Rixia Mao and Crow Armbrust appearances from Trails into Reverie. The announcement page for the Ren Bright figure also shows new images of unpainted prototype for Rixia and Crow's figures. One of the images of Crow's figure puts him side by side with a finished Rian Schwarzer figure. Trails into Reverie is a story-driven RPG that primarily features characters from prior series entries, such as Trails of Cold Steel and the cross-bill titles Zero and Azure. Reverie is already available in Japan, with the title Hajimari no Kiseki. NIS America will release the English localizations of Trails into Reverie on PlayStation 4, Nintendo Switch, and PC in 2023. So if you're a figure collector, gonna have some new ones coming out, keep your eye out. And the final story of the week is Atlus has released the 6th and final volume in its series of Summoner's Guide information for videos for Soul Hacker 2. The system page of the official Japanese website also updated with a safe house and meals and a second playthrough and difficulty sections, as well as refreshed faculties section. Soul Hackers 2 is due out for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC via Steam and the Microsoft Store on August 25th in Japan and August 26th worldwide. So if you would like to check out these trailers, do please go check out the Twitter again as well. And that is about all we had this week. Like I said, it wasn't a whole ton, but I did still want to get a show out for you guys. Because I do try not to miss weeks. I know sometimes there's been once or twice that I've had to be there is literally not enough news to put a show together. But I really don't like to do that. So I'm glad that I could pull some stuff together for you. And here at the end, I would like to thank you all for tuning in. Before I get into the other stuff, I'd like to let you all know that as you're listening to this, if you're listening to this on Thursday, the day it comes out, as you're listening, the Steam Machine podcast, the PC gaming podcast that I am a part of, our episode on Final Fantasy VII Part 1 will be coming out on the same day. And I would really love it if you guys would go and check it out. I am having a blast with it. We're all liking it more than we were expecting. Because, when you're going into a game that everyone has such nostalgia glasses for, you really wonder, are they just seeing through rose-tinted glasses or not? And so far, I don't think that we have had those thoughts, because it's been a really fun experience. And I would love to hear all of your opinions on it, too. So come check us out over at the Steam Machine podcast, me, Nate, and Willie. It's a bi-weekly PC gaming podcast. And like I said, when you're done listening to this, go check out our Part 1 on Final Fantasy VII. If you would like to find the show on Facebook, you can find us at facebook.com/the JRPG Report. Twitter is more your thing, which I seem to be on Twitter more these days. It is at JRPG Report. If you would like to come and join the wonderful, wonderful people who are our patrons of the show, you can go to patreon.com/JRPG Report. Just $2 a month will get you access to all the stuff on there, including the Let's Plays that I'm doing and the Discord channel that they asked for and they received. It's a cool little community we have in there, man. And James pops in every now and then too. So if you missed him and want to say hi to him, come join the Discord and say hello. And speaking of Patreon, I would like to thank our wonderful Patreons by name for being rad and helping me keep the lights on in the house, literally. Kim C, Jake W, Jordan K, Kularian, Taylor F, Luke C, and Master Loot. You guys and gals all rock. I would also like to plug General Gaming News with General Gamer. I know, silly name. It's my new news show that I'm going to be releasing on Fridays. That is just general gaming news. So we do the JRPG stuff over here on this show, but that show is more for all the other stuff I see when I'm looking up gaming news for you guys each and every week. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. But I don't want to bring it up here because it would break the theme. So now I solved that. So on Fridays, if you would like to check out your otherworldly, yes, your otherworldly feeling. No, if you'd like to check out the other world of video gaming, then check me out on Fridays. General Gaming News with General Gamer. I'm General Gamer at Ease Cadets. It's all good. But that about does it for this week's episode of the JRPG Report, episode 225. And here is to many, many more. You all rock. Thank you for listening. Do me the biggest favor you've ever done anybody. Get back out there and level up.